If you're on food stamps or EBT and are worried about your benefits being cut, or worse, you're worried about losing your food stamps benefit, there is reason to be concerned. But I want to get beyond the headlines because there's a lot of misinformation that is happening right now that is getting a lot of people worried. And I want to go beyond the headlines. So I have 5 changes that are coming to food stamps in the month of June that I want to share with you. The first one, obviously, is what's happening in Congress. Millions are set to lose their food stamps according to the bill that is running through Congress right now. And the average food stamp benefits is going to be cut by $254. That is going to be devastating for a lot of families. And then Walmart is making a big change that is going to affect everyone on SNAP benefits. I want to bring you an update on this. There is also ban on food that some people consider as junk, and then there's ban on soda. And so that has been making its way around a lot of states. And I want to bring you an update on all the states that are planning to ban junk food with food stamps. And then I'm going to give you reasons why this is happening and what that means for how you can use your EBT benefits and where. So I am Kwame Kwade. I am a personal finance expert and I am an entrepreneur. And for 15 years, I've been working to bring seniors, help them get the benefits they deserve. We create content on food stamps, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and everything in between. If it's going to impact your benefits, we are going to report on it and bring you the latest updates that is happening in the news. Now, we get behind the news. We're not about politics. We want to bring you straight facts so that you can make an informed decisions and get informed about what's happening with your benefits. Now, do me a favor. I want to know where you're watching this broadcast from. Go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state. So let's dive it into the 5 changes that are happening in June. There's a lot happening in the news. And the first one is that food stamps face its biggest cut in history. There is a bill that Trump is calling the one big beautiful bill that is running through Congress right now that is going to cut food stamps for millions and also drop millions off the food stamps program. A lot of people are going to lose their benefits because of this bill. It is estimated that 11 million people are going to be impacted. Now, when you think about it, there are about 42 million people on food stamps. So about 25% of people on food stamps are either going to lose their benefits or get their benefits severely cut. That is a crisis that I want to talk about. And let's get beyond the headlines and see how this is going to affect you and your family. It may affect your neighbors, people in your community, even businesses in your community are going to be impacted because these cuts go so deep. The House bill proposed the biggest cuts ever to SNAP benefits and Medicaid, targeting programs that support over 40 million low income Americans, including millions of seniors and people with disabilities. Lawmakers have pushed the 1,116-page bill overnight with major changes negotiated behind closed doors, which is not a surprise. When they're trying to take away benefits from people, they don't like to talk about it. They don't like to share everything. They rush it through and they sign the bill because they know if you read it or if you get informed about what's in it, that is public is going to rise up. And so they do these things very quickly. And this is what's happening here. If enacted, these changes will hit seniors, families with children, and people with disability, putting food security and health coverage at risk. So federal funding for SNAP will be slashed by 30% over the next decade, forcing states to fill in the gap. Now, here's the thing: states cannot afford to fill in the gap. Able-bodied adults up to age 64 would also have to meet stricter work requirements. This includes seniors up to age 64. So imagine people that retired on Social Security at 62 are not making enough in Social Security benefits. They apply for food stamps, and now to get food stamps benefits, they had to start working again. Up to 5.4 million people could lose food assistance, with families losing about $254 per month. And then the Medicaid side of things is going to impact seniors too. The bill will cut $700 billion from Medicaid, risking coverage for about 8 to 15 million people, especially seniors, disabled individuals, and children. And then there's the new work requirement that I talk about is going to also impact Medicaid. Now, long-term care is going to be the most impacted by the cuts to Medicaid. So if you know somebody that is on long-term care in a senior home, assisted living, that is dependent on Medicaid, you might want to share this video with them or share video with their family members who are caring for them, because this is going to hit hard. Medicaid is the largest payer for long term care. Cuts could force seniors into institutions or leave them without essential support. And states will be required to cover up 25% of SNAP benefits and 75% of its administrative costs, which is a huge change. The federal government has been responsible for 100% of food stamps benefit until now. States may have to cut benefits, which probably is what's going to happen, restrict eligibility, or raise taxes to make up the loss in federal funding. Some states may opt out or make it harder to enroll, leaving millions without food or health coverage. Imagine a state opting out of food stamps program because they cannot afford to fund the shortfall that the federal government is pushing to the states. That's where we are right now. And that's why benefits are threatened for more than 11 million people. Older adults and people with disabilities who rely most on SNAP and Medicaid face higher risk of hunger, health problems, and losing care. I think something happened to my screen. Families with children are also going to lose support. Expanded work requirements and reduced benefits will increase child hunger and family instability. And then SNAP and Medicaid dollars also support local businesses. So local businesses are going to be impacted, and it will shrink local economies and hurt rural communities. And I'm going to talk about rural communities in a second. But if you look at the tax bill that is in front of Congress, the beautiful bill that Trump is talking about, here is who is going to benefit. On the left hand side is people in the low income range. You can see that they have negatives with their number. And then the people in the high income range are on the right side, they have positive. So when it comes to who benefits from the big, beautiful bill, it is the high income earners, and low income families are going to lose food stamps, Medicaid, even Social Security is going to be impacted because some people depend on Medicaid to pay for their Social Security premiums, and that is also going to be hit hard by these changes. The bill extends Trump's era tax cuts, mostly benefiting the richest Americans, while funding these cuts by slashing the safety net. The poorest household would lose resources while the wealthiest will gain, deepening the gap between the rich and the poor. And the bill faces more debate in the Senate. And so the more noise people make, the more you express your unhappiness with your members of Congress and your senators, especially about the cuts to Medicaid and food stamps, the more they will listen. But if people are not raising their voices and this gets passed and the president signs it, it's a done deal. And then your benefits are going to be gone. And then there is no way of getting it back. So this is the window, a small window to let your voices be heard. Now let's talk about Walmart. Walmart is reinstating minimum basket fees. Now, they made it easy for you to shop online with your EBT card on Walmart. That was a big change that happened during the pandemic. It was good news. And to help SNAP beneficiaries, they dropped the minimum fee to get delivery. So Walmart is bringing back a 6.99 minimum basket fee for SNAP grocery pickup and delivery orders under $35. This fee has been removed during the pandemic to help people shopping safely from home, including seniors. The fee applies to anyone using EBT cards for SNAP, as well as Walmart Plus Assist members who get discounted membership for being on government assistance. Previously, these customers did not have to pay the extra charge. Walmart says this change is needed as the company faces a tough year with many customers spending less. The company is also trying to manage its own rising costs. But what does this mean for you? If you place an order under $35 on Walmart website and you need it delivered or you want to pick up, you will now pay an extra 6.99 fee, $6.99, which can add up quickly for those on fixed income. This is especially hard for seniors or people with disabilities who may not be able to buy in bulk or store extra food. Many seniors and low-income families rely on smaller, more frequent orders due to limited transportation, storage space, or health needs. The new fee may force some to shop less often or go without needed groceries. Walmart handles nearly 26% of all SNAP spending in the US, so changes like this affect a large number of people who depend on food assistance. To avoid the fee, try to plan your groceries so that you can spend more than $35 during each shopping spending online. Walmart Plus Assist offers a 50% discount on Walmart Plus membership for those on government benefits, bringing an annual fee to $49. Members get free delivery on orders over $35, which can help offset the new fee if you shop regularly. So, if you're on government benefits, try and get the Walmart Assist benefit because it will not only drop your fee that you pay for Walmart Plus to $49, but that savings that you get, I think the regular is $14.99. That savings could offset the $6.99 fee that you will pay if you're buying less than $35 worth of groceries. If this fee is a hardship, let Walmart know through their customer service feedback. You never know. If enough people complain about this, they may reverse it and change their mind because a lot of companies are known to reverse things when they make a change and the public is unhappy about it, especially their core customers. So the extra fee can eat into your monthly food budget, making it harder to stretch your budget. For seniors and people with disability, every dollar counts, so it is important to be aware of these changes. And if you want to stay informed about things that are happening with food stamps and other benefits, including Medicaid, then subscribe to this channel and give me your feedback. Go into the comment section and let me know what you think about this change that is happening. But there's more changes that are happening in the realm of food stamps that I want to bring to you. So let's talk about them now. The first one is Nebraska has a new rule that has consequences for seniors and low income families. Let's talk about it. You probably heard of a move to ban junk food and soda from food stamps. The USDA, that is responsible for running food stamps program, has resisted doing this for a very long time, and now they finally caved. For the first time, the USDA has approved Nebraska's request to ban soda and energy drink purchases with SNAP benefits starting January 1, 2026. This marks a dramatic shift after 20 years of federal resistance to such restrictions. The new rule will affect about 152,000 low income Nebraskans who rely on SNAP to help pay for groceries. The ban is expected to influence how recipients spend their benefits and could pave the way for similar bans. The thing is that once you open the one door, you can open many more. So now they're banning soda. The next thing, there's going to be a long list of things you cannot buy that you currently buy. And that's why the government has pushed back about this for a long time. And now they're allowing this ban to go through. So not only are they going to ban soda, expect that they're going to get more aggressive in restricting what you can buy with your food stamps benefit. Nebraska's governor and the USDA says the ban is designed to make America healthy again by steering taxpayer dollars towards more nutritious food and away from sugary drinks, which are linked to obesity and chronic diseases, which is true. Sugary drinks are the leading source of added sugar in the American diet and are linked to higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease conditions that hit low income and senior populations the hardest. Studies suggest that restricting SNAP purchases of sugary beverages could significantly reduce obesity and diabetes among recipients. For example, a 10% price increase on soft drinks can reduce consumption by 8 to 10%. Now, this is not a price increase, this is a restriction. And so this is going to work differently, but the point is made. Nebraska's move is part of a wider effort by federal and state leaders to encourage healthier eating among SNAP recipients, with several other states now seeking similar waivers. Advocates like the American Heart Association and some policymakers argue that taxpayer dollars shouldn't subsidize unhealthy choices, and that SNAP's purpose is to help families access nutritious food. Anti-hunger groups and some industry voices argue that the ban would increase stigma for SNAP users, add administrative burden for stores, especially small mom and pop stores, and set a precedent for further restrictions of benefits. While the pilot, programs show that ban can reduce sugary drink consumption, critics know that the overall dietary quality may not improve unless paired with incentives for healthy food. So the problem I have with this whole ban is that if you're going to push people to buy nutritious food, then give them more food stamps. But then they're cutting food stamps benefits, but pushing people and forcing them to buy nutritious food. And we all know that the cheapest food, are the ones that are probably not the best for you. But it's an issue for some people of how much they can afford with the limited SNAP benefits they get. And so if you want to incentivize them to buy more healthy food, then give them more benefits that helps them afford that food, because healthy food is expensive. We all know that. And so some of this is not making sense. With Nebraska leading the way, other states, including Alaska, Colorado, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, and West Virginia, are seeking similar waivers. If approved, millions more could be affected by the soda purchase restrictions. So, what's next? Seniors and low income families will need to adjust their shopping habits if the state ban goes forward. And for Nebraska, it is moving forward. And if you want to stay informed about changes like this, continue to watch our channels, subscribe, hit the like button, because that's all we do. We bring you what is behind the headlines that is going to affect your benefits, whether it's Social Security, food stamps, Medicare, Medicaid, and more. Now, let's talk about the junk food ban that is also happening. As you can see, there's a trend here. They're banning soda, now they're banning junk food. So, two more states ban junk food from SNAP benefits. Now, the USDA has approved a waiver for Iowa and Indiana to ban junk food from being purchased with SNAP benefits starting January 1st. Indiana would exclude soft drinks and candy, while Iowa will ban any food item subject to sales tax, including sweetened beverages, snacks, and candy. Across both states, almost 1 million low income residents rely on SNAP to help afford groceries. These bans follow Nebraska's earlier move to prohibit soda and energy drinks, signaling a growing trend among Republican led states. Supporters say the bans promote healthier eating and fighting obesity, while critics argue the restrictions fail to address the lack of affordable, healthy food in many communities. State leaders and USDA cite rising obesity and chronic diseases as a reason for the ban, aiming to make America healthy again by steering SNAP benefits towards more nutritious food. And research shows that as SNAP recipients spend slightly more on sugary drinks, 7% versus 9%. So 9% on sugary drinks for SNAP beneficiaries versus the general population. And experts warn that the ban may not meaningfully improve nutrition without better access to healthy food, which makes sense. So, what does this mean? Well, starting January 2026, if you're in Iowa or Indiana, you will face new limits on what you can buy with your SNAP benefits. And other states are trying to follow suit, including Arkansas, Texas, and West Virginia. As you can see, it's all designed to limit what you can buy with your food stamps benefits. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with the ban on junk food and soda from SNAP benefits? And do you think that because of that, more people should get more increases in their SNAP benefits to afford healthier food? Because we all know healthy food is more expensive. And for some people, buying junk food is what they can afford. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want to stay updated on everything that's happening in the news that can impact your benefits and get discounts and savings opportunities, sign up for our newsletter. Go into our YouTube channel, click on the link at the top of the description. In our the top of the page, you'll see a link. Put in your email address, and we'll keep you updated on anything that can affect your benefits, including discounts and money saving tips that you can only find in our insider newsletter. Or go to our website, benefitsinsider.co/subscribe, and enter your email address. So that's all I have for you today. Until I see you tomorrow in the next video. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate your support.